This podcast is part of the Famous Original Podcast Network family. You can find us by going to www.fopnet.biz.
All over. Contains strong language, strong opinions, and strong beers. It is not meant for children or for those who think they are children. You know who you are.
Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
Welcome to episode 93 of Dumb All Over. Recording from the state that has always picked last in dodgeball, Pennsylvania, this is a progressive podcast with brash opinions on politics, religion, and pop culture. And we're always under the influence of craft beer. On this week's episode, we will talk about the shooting in Pittsburgh, Trump and ending birthright citizenship, Kanye West, Claire McCaskill, and not the author Steve King. We will then answer your questions on Twitter, and then finally we will discuss the upcoming midterms, which are days away.
Yes.
Days away.
Don't we know it?
Oh, I'm hoping everyone does, but I feel like some don't, somehow.
Vote!
Yeah, I'm Tom, and joining me is back in Pennsylvania, Austin.
Vote! That's all I'm going to say.
Seriously, the
Vote.
entire episode, randomly, we're just going to say vote,
Yeah.
because I'm going to say this.
Just
and
to make
I'm
sure
okay-
everybody's paying attention.
And I'm okay with saying this, by the way. If you don't vote in this upcoming midterms, and you have the ability to do so, like you're not too young, or you just didn't get to register in time, don't come back to our show. I don't want you listening to our show ever again. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know you. Fuck you. You're a terrible human being, and you ruined the world. That's it. That's
Yeah.
those are my public. Yeah, vote.
Vote!
Fuckers. But make sure you just vote Democrats, please. Don't say, well, I got to balance out the. No, none of that shit. There's no such thing as a good Republican. I'm saying that now.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there are. I really do think there are. But for the time being, there are no such thing as good Republicans.
Yeah.
If you don't vote, you're making a gigantic mistake. Hey, you know what? I just got my voting. It's like my voting report card. I guess I've never gotten this before, but Pennsylvania.
is it
sent
from the
this to me.
Democrats or from Pennsylvania itself?
From Pennsylvania, and it just shows me all the times I voted, and it grades you from A, B, C, D, or F. And I had an A because I've never ever missed an election, and it said the average grade of my neighborhood is a C. And I'm just like,
That doesn't
that's
shock me.
and that's probably a good thing because I know where I live.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to go vote.
Yeah,
but
it's like, what are you talking about? That's an A.
yeah, no, that's exactly. So make sure you go and vote, especially if you listen to the show. You're probably a left-leaning person, I'd imagine. So please vote.
And if you're not, if you're a right-leaning person,
why are you listening to our show?
well, first of all, Don Jr. has a message for you. Make sure you get out to vote in 7 days.
Yeah. Yeah. 7 days from the time you hear this episode.
7 days. That's when the voting is for all
Yes.
Republicans.
Yes, Republicans. It's actually next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yes. Yeah. So please,
You guys get to vote right before the weekend. Good for you.
Yeah. Yay! And you're stupid, so you probably believe us. Oh man. Hi, Austin. How are you?
I'm good. And vote.
What you drinking today, buddy?
I'm drinking Vote by Vote.
What does that taste like, buddy?
Tastes like voting.
Tastes like voting.
No, just kidding. Tastes like democracy. No,
Oh, yeah.
no, I'm once again drinking Weyerbacher's Imperial Pumpkin Ale.
Wow,
It's,
what a fucking surprise.
hey, it's the one that won the popular vote.
Yeah. You're drinking Clinton. Ew.
No, no,
Good for you, man.
the real
I'm glad-
popular vote.
Yes, yeah.
Not
I'm glad
without all the illegals.
Yeah, which again somehow all went to a state that was going to be a Democratic win anyway. So
I know. Well, let's talk about it just for a second. Like, I love that conspiracy theory because
I know.
it's equal parts absurd and hilarious.
Yeah, we didn't send the 2 million in spots like Wisconsin, which was won by like 50,000 votes by Trump, or Pennsylvania, which was like 100,000. No. We sent them to a state that won. The Democrats won like what, 50 more million votes.
So here's the genius. Like, apparently the DNC and the Clinton campaign were such evil geniuses that they got 3 million extra people to vote illegally.
Yeah.
But they sent them all to the states that Democrats would win even if you took away 3 million votes.
Yep. And at all this while completely running the country with Obama.
Yeah. And none of them had the idea to place them in battleground states.
Yeah, none. No. No
so
one thought
stupid.
of this.
Oh, wait, hold on. And one more thing.
Yeah.
Vote.
Vote. Yeah. Vote. If you can't tell already, this is going to be a little bit of a different episode because Austin and I are going live next Tuesday for the midterms. We'll be on twitch.tv/DumbleOverPodcast.
And you know what's special about that stream?
Vote.
It'll be right after we voted.
Yeah, exactly. If you have nothing to do after you go vote, if you're going to watch the results come in, that's fine. But go to twitch.tv/DumbleOverPodcast and watch our stream. We'll be going live probably around like 5 or 6 o'clock p.m. and we're going to cover the entire midterm elections. We're not going to bed until we find out what everything is, what's happened in every state.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night.
It's going to be a long night. Austin and I will be drinking quite a bit.
Yeah.
I can't promise that the stream's going to go well at the very end.
And like I said on Twitter, like, we're either going to be celebrating or plotting our escape to Canada.
Yeah, seriously. We'll talk more about the midterms at the end of the show. But for now, I'm not drinking anything again. This is I think my 4th straight week without drinking alcohol.
It's so sad.
I've taken quite a break from it. But you know what?
Don't worry, I'll fix you.
I got to tell you, though, not drinking for a month, I lost 14 pounds. It's funny because my entire adult life, I've been trying to lose weight. I'm like, why? I don't eat that much. How am I not losing weight? And then I go home and I get smashed every single night. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? I'm just tired of drinking and I'm broke. So I stop. And now I'm like, oh, there's the weight.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's so stupid. All right. Cheers. Cheers to yourself. And
oh, wait. I think I have 2 glasses on.
oh, okay. And bottoms up.
There we go.
I'm not even going to ask you what it tastes like because I know.
Tastes like voting.
Yeah, it tastes like voting.
Yeah.
Do you know what else tastes like voting?
No, that doesn't taste like voting.
The Trump Report.
Have I done a good job? Have I done a good job?
Not at all. Probably the least of anybody you've ever met.
There's nobody that understands the horror better than me.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Okay, Austin. We have a few stories.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. You see, we're recording a little later in the week this time around, and every time we do that, it always ends up overwhelming us with stories. So I picked a few, 2 very important ones, and a couple lighter stories just because,
Because why not?
Why not? Unfortunately, we're going to start off the way we've started off, I feel like half of our fucking episodes, by talking about another mass shooting.
Yeah,
that happened again last week. I almost just want to go back and listen to the intros to all of our episodes and see how many episodes we actually started with talking about a mass shooting. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah, it's been a lot.
And this one is actually from Pennsylvania, unfortunately. All right, so this comes from CNN. Pittsburgh Synagogue shooting suspect pleads not guilty to federal charges. So a couple days ago, when was this, by the way? It was like earlier in the week? Monday or Tuesday or something like that?
I think it might have been Friday.
Oh, last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was on the same, it happened, I'm pretty sure it happened the same day I was traveling that day. That's the day I came back to Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure, because for a completely different reason, I wasn't sure if the subway, I was going to be able to take the subway all the way to Port Authority.
Right.
Because they had certain parts of the city shut off because of those suspicious bombs in the mail.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah, it got sent to CNN and apparently Central Park.
Oh, why?
I don't know. And
That's a weird one.
yeah, so they had like 59th and 7th shut down.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Well, anyway, Port Authority is on 42nd and 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And they even had the Times, New York Times shut down. That's only a block over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so luckily I was still able to get to the bus. So that was a completely different story that I don't know if we even got to talk about.
Not to that extent, no.
I think when we recorded, we didn't know that it would. Well, I mean, we all knew that it was going to be a crazy MAGA person.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So before I guess we get into the mass shooting here, the guy was caught. It turned out to be not only a Trump supporter, but apparently he has been on television at rallies. Apparently they've seen this guy at certain Trump rallies with MAGA hat and all.
And he's a stripper.
Yeah. Very strange existence. Very strange person.
Well, basically, we could sum it up as Florida man sends bombs to top members of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, pretty much. And CNN.
And CNN. And
Yeah.
and I guess the Times, and there's 100 people on his list. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And of course, like half those people are in New York.
Yeah, I know.
Like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop sending bombs to New York.
I was wondering for a brief moment if this was an attempt to try to stop Democrats from going to vote, but it doesn't seem like that was the case. It was literally a man acting on the wishes of the president.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Although ironically, it seems to have backfired. And if anything, it has fired up the Democrats for the midterms when energy, I feel like, was starting to wane a little bit, which seems insane to me, but, it is the Democrats. So.
I don't think it was. There's only so much that you could take from this from reporting and all that.
Yeah. But this got people fired up.
This definitely did, yeah. And if that didn't, then this story definitely did. A guy named Robert Bowers, 46 years old, walked into a Pittsburgh synagogue and started shooting. And he killed 11 people at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Today, he was his second visit to court already. And he was being charged with 44 federal charges.
So
the grand jury indicted him for 44 charges.
So they didn't shoot him on site when the police found him?
No. Apparently,
so he got to go to court? Well, I mean, he didn't do anything horrible like sell loose cigarettes.
Right. Yeah. No. Well, he was white. Don't forget.
Right,
we don't shoot white people. Yeah. Okay. If this was you're dead.
Well, if I went in and shot 11 people in a synagogue, maybe that's a good thing.
I don't disagree. So 32 counts of the 44 are punishable by death. A grand jury said just today. But Robert Bowers actually pled not guilty.
What?
Yeah, he pled not guilty to killing 11 people.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you can do, by the way.
You can. Yeah.
I know you can. I just don't know how you can do it. Because you clearly killed 11 people. How are you not guilty? What are you going to say when the next court... It's just probably prolonging, and they're probably going to try to play that he's mentally unstable, but he still killed 11 people.
Well, he probably is mentally unstable, but I don't think he's insane.
I wouldn't say... I don't think that matters. In my opinion, that doesn't matter. If you're quote-unquote insane, fine. But you still kill 11 people.
Yeah, I agree.
Just because you're insane doesn't make these deaths any less. Especially,
but this was clearly a reasoned and motivated event.
Yes, 100%.
And I use reasoned in the sense that it was planned and there was a reason behind it, not that it was reasonable.
Of course. So 11 people are dead from this. He's going to jail. probably, I'm assuming that he's not going to win. He's going to end up being
hopefully